Welcome, my name is Nikki. This is a half-hour core class. The idea is to tone, strengthen and do lots of injury prevention. We're going to focus today not just on what we see when we look in the mirror, our front abdominals and our obliques, but also things everyone else gets to see, so things like glutes, backs and shoulders. The equipment you most importantly need is a pair of trainers. The reason I ask you to wear these is so that you have stability in some of the exercises that we do today. You also want to have something comfortable to lie on, so either a mat or a towel or just some good carpeting at home. For some of the exercises today, I'm going to be using a couple of weights to give some added resistance. If you have weights, absolutely awesome. Chances are a lot of you probably won't have weights at home, so you have choices. You can either just do body weight only, which is absolutely fine, and for all the exercises, we'll generally demonstrate them with body weight first, and then you can see if you want to add some extra resistance. If you're looking for some household items to use instead of the weights, I suggest things like a couple of heavy books. These are awesome for just lifting and adding a little bit of extra resistance. You can even use a full water bottle. Again, this is handy because you might want to have a drink whilst you're doing the workout, or even just go so far as finding something like a plant, something that has got enough of a weight that you feel it, but also, to be honest, something that is not too valuable, nothing expensive, nothing sentimental, nothing likely to break. So with that in mind, also if you have some funky music, put it on in the background. That will help inspire you and make the workout lots of fun. Let's begin. Lie down on your backs, please. You're going to bend your knees at 90 degrees, rest your back down, and then take your fingertips to your temples. Your elbows are wide so you cannot see them. Walk your feet a little bit closer towards you, and if it's comfortable, lift your heels up slightly. We're going to start with a slow upper body crunch. So we come up for 2 and down for 2. Up and down. You're sliding your ribs towards your hips and your eyes are looking up at the ceiling as you crunch. 4 more like this. Up and down. Try and lift your chest a little bit higher every time. And then keeping with this move, we're going to speed it up for 8 counts. So up, down, up, down. Keep on breathing. Make sure your elbows are staying wide still. 3, 2, back to the slow count, but lift your knees to a C crunch. Show everything up, everything down. Lifting your knees above your hips. Tap your toes down each time. And as we start to lift the knee, we bring in the lower abdominals into the work as well. 4, 3, 2 more times. And then we're going to do 8 fast ones just like we did with the upper body crunch. So when you're ready, 8, down, 7, down, 4. You should start to feel this already in the front abs. 2 more, 1 more. Okay, place your feet down. You're going to crunch up and then twist towards the front. Crunch, rotate, center, down, towards the back. So it's a 4-part move. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your shoulders stay lifted as you rotate. And you want to bring this shoulder across the body towards the opposite knee, trying to keep your elbows back and away from you as you do this. 2 more times. All right, now you can either stay like this, if this is enough for you today, or you might want to bring in the knees. So as we crunch up, knees lift, twist, center, down. And as you bring the shoulder across the body, the opposite leg taps down towards the floor. I was about to say that's good, but to be honest, I have no idea what you're doing. So hopefully you're doing the exercises whilst I'm doing them too. 2 more times. 1 more time. Excellent. Bring your feet down. Bring your hands together. Reach between your thighs. Lift the chest. We're going to crunch once towards the center, once towards the front, center and back. Center, front, center, back. And each time you want to lift a little bit further so you're really feeling this in your muscle fibers. Crunch, 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 crunch. How about we try a triple pulse? So 3, 2, 1, pulse to the back. 3, 2, 1 to the center. 3, 2, 1 to the front. 3, 2, 1. Keep with this pace. And every time as you pulse, lift a little bit higher if you can with the upper chest. One more time to the front. Excellent. Fingertips at temples. We have a cross crawl. Once, back, front, back. Tap your toes down to begin with. Get used to the movement. And if you want a little bit of a challenge, take your legs out to 45 degrees. So don't take them too low just yet, but point the toes, push the foot away, and then try and bring the elbow in contact with the floor as you twist and crunch. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, well done, 2, and 1. Hug your knees in quickly. We're going to warm up the glutes too. So place your heels down, arms by your side, palms are up. Lift your hips up to the ceiling. Brace your core tight. Squeeze your glutes, try and lift a tiny bit higher. And then you're going to lift the front toe up, heel up, sorry. Place the front heel down, back heel up, place it down. And as you're doing so, have a think what's happening with your hips. Are they keeping still and in line to the ceiling? Okay, that's what you want. You don't want one hip to go any higher than the other. You want to engage the whole area around here. One more time, both sides. Last time. Roll yourself down. And we're ready for the main work. So, challenge today begins. Place your knees into a tabletop position. Now push your hands into the knees so you know they're directly in line with your hips. Relax your arms by your side, palms facing up. Really important, press your lower back down into the floor. You want to keep that contact as much as you can because that will help support your lower back. With these exercises, the lower your feet go to the floor, the harder and more challenging it becomes for the back. So if you do notice any pain, keep your legs a little bit higher towards the ceiling. We're going to start by taking both legs out to 45 degrees, point your toes, and then carefully bring them back in. So again, if you want, you can take your legs a little bit higher to reduce the intensity here. You can take them upwards and then bring them back in. Or you can even modify by just doing one leg at a time. The further you can take the feet away from the body, the more intense this move becomes. Now you want to start to feel this in your hip flexors, in your lower pelvis. And my challenge to you, if you can, push the legs a little bit lower, you take them away. Down we go. And then carefully back in, yeah. Away. And then back in. 2 more times like this. 1 more time. Okay, bring your knees back to 90 degrees. You're going to extend them both out and hold. Remember, you're pressing the abs really, really tight here. New move, you're going to drop the back foot and bend the front knee into 90 degrees. Down quick, and then extend to 45. Front leg drops, and we lift. Keep alternating with this tempo. And you might start shaking, and that's absolutely fine. It means your body's working, right? So that's a good thing. Coming up again, and down. So we're going to bring in the challenge of bringing in the upper body if you wish so. Next time, as you extend the legs up, reach the hands down past the thighs, down quick, and then slide your ribs towards your hips, look between your knees, and push through. 4 more like this. 3 more. 2 more. Last time. Excellent. Now you have the option, if you want, grab yourself a weight. You don't have to do this at all. It's entirely your choice. So you've already done the exercise. You know how tough it is. If it's tough, if it's not tough for you today, depending on how you're feeling. So let's give this one a go. If you are using the weight, take it either side, whatever you're holding, just at the upper chest. Knees are bent. Let's extend the legs out. Okay, now this time, as you try, if you are using the weight, you're going to reach the arms up as you drop the weight down. So down quick, and then crunch up and through. Down quick, crunch up and through. It would help, wouldn't it, if I actually had the legs right? And again, coming on in. And this is level 1. You can do it like this. Alternatively, the other option is when you extend the legs out to 45 degrees, you push the weight up at that point. So if you're ready to try that, let's try that one instead. So we bend and we drop. 4, 3, 2, 1, drop. And then lift the weight up as you crunch in. That's it. You want to keep the weight directly above your shoulders and the upper chest, always, so you can see the weight in your eye line. And that way, you know you're not putting too much pressure on your neck. Awesome, team. So we've got 6, 5, control the moves. Remember, we're core training. It's all about your technique and your timing. So keep it nice and precise if you can. 2 more, and 1 more. Excellent. Hug your knees in. We're going to take the feet down, we're going to work our glutes, just give the front abdominals a little bit of a rest. Your choice, we will have the weight to one side. We're going to start just with some simple hip lifts. So heels are down, push your hips up, 3 pulses at the top. 3, 2, 1, down. So every time you're pushing your weight into your heels, so lift the hips a little bit higher, and you're going to feel this in your lower back, your glutes, and your hamstring. 2 more times like this. Make your pulse really small, okay? You want to stay up, kind of like a couple of centimetres only at the top. Your choice, grab your weight, place it securely on your thighs. You can hold on to it or place your arms down if you feel it's secure. We push up and we pulse 3 times. 3, 2, 1, and down. Now if you can, notice my bottom this time is not quite touching the floor. That's what you want to do. So you're keeping the intensity, not allowing a little break. And again, 3, 2, 1, down. You've got 2 more times like this. 1 more time. Excellent. Place your foot down, please. So place your weight down. When you're ready, this time you're going to lift up. You're going to lift your front knee up at the same time that you're lifting the hips. So the front foot is coming up off the floor. Lift up, extend, up and down. Back leg up, extend, up and down. That's it. So lift the knee, extend the leg, lift and down. And remember what I said earlier about your hips. You're going to make sure they're staying in line as you do this. Couple more, 4. That's it. Lift up, 3. 2 more times. If you're sucking the abs in, you might even feel this around the belly button too. 1 more time. Nice work. Okay, new move. So lift your knees back above your hips. Extend your arms up to the ceiling. You're going to take the arms and the legs out to 45 degrees. Dropping the head back. Pike up to the ceiling. Try and reach your hands towards the legs. Take it out to 45 degrees. And then crunch back in. So it's a 4-part move. We go nice and slowly. Come out and controlled. Up to the ceiling. Out and controlled. And then crunch in. Now you have options. You could just focus on the legs here. And this is a good choice. Again, it's really working for the lower abs, the part of us that we all really kind of want to tone up. Get nice and lean. Lift up tall. Excellent. You can also introduce the upper body, but not worry so much about keeping the arms up to the ceiling in the middle section. So you could, if you want, just extend your arms by your side. Remember, the lower your feet go, the more challenging this becomes. So again, the final option here is just to keep the legs a little bit higher as you do the 45-degree extension. Okay, now you can stay with that, or you can, of course, grab your weight. So if you're using the weight, grab it now. Make sure your back is staying firmly pressing the floor. Lift it up, high above the chest, chin is tucked in, and we'll start. Extend out, lift up, out, and in. So you breathe out here, you breathe in, and you breathe out. Always try and breathe out as you bring the knees in towards the chest, and as you crunch the ribs in towards the thighs. How are you doing? You're still doing it, right? You promise you're not just sitting there watching the... By the way, just a reminder, we are choosing to do this workout. No one is forcing us. So it's a good thing, right? It's a privilege that we get the chance to do this exercise. Let's make it count. Just a couple more. 1 more time. Take it out. Extend up. Take it out. And in. Well done. Hug your knees in. Whew. Roll yourself up. Ideally, you're facing the same way as me, so you're mirroring what I'm doing. Your left elbow, therefore, should be on the floor. Have the arm pressed down so you can really push your weight into it. Now roll onto the meaty part of your left butt cheek. Take your right hand up over the top, lift the chest up, and then bring your knees in towards the chest. Your feet are touching. You're going to slowly take the legs out in front of you, keeping them as low to the floor as you can. So we take them out for 3, 2, 1, and quickly in. 3, 2, 1, and in. Now your choice, if you're losing your balance, is to have your bottom foot down on the floor, and that will just give you stability. It also allows you, if you find yourself sagging down here, it allows you to push up a little bit better. 3, 2, 1, in. One more time. All right, next time we take it out quick, we split the leg. Top leg goes back, front leg goes forward, and in, out, split, together, in. Choice again, bottom foot down on the floor, just like this. And you should hopefully start to feel the work just about here in the top oblique. So we're toning now down the side of the core muscles. 2 more times. Nice work. I keep saying nice work like you're there, right? I'm just pretending I'm teaching to a real class. Excellent. Drop your knees towards the front. Take your bottom arm out. Relax your head down. Turn your eyes towards the ceiling. Fingertips at temples. We crunch up and down. Up and down. Pushing the weight into the arm down on the floor. Tap us lift up a little bit more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so then extend your legs out. Your arm, if it is slightly behind you, just bring it forward so you can really see it. Choice either foot on the floor, legs extended, arm over your head. Jane Fonda crunches, elbow to knee, lift up and out. Nice work. And I keep saying that. Maybe I'm just congratulating myself, right, for motivating to do this in the morning. Okay, this time in quick hold. Reach your arm down towards your foot, back and out. In, extend, back and down. Yeah. And as you do this, have a think where your knee is. Make sure it's going up towards the ceiling more than in front of your body, okay? 2 more times. 1 more time. Excellent. Roll yourself around to the opposite side. We're going to do everything again on this side. So we start right elbow on the floor, forearm down, lift the chest, roll onto the meaty part of the right butt cheek. Take your left arm behind, lift up tall, knees in, drop them forward slightly, and we extend for 3 counts. 3, 2, 1, in. Now if you've got a mirror or window or anything in front of you, have a think where your legs are. Try and keep them low to the floor here. That's it. And point the toes so you're really extending as far as you can. Choice again. Knee in front. 2 more times. Last time. We go back to our split leg extension. So out quick, top leg back, bring it in and forward. That's good. I went a little bit higher in that first one. I wasn't sure if I was going to kick my water bottle over, but turns out I am just as short as what I think. So it wasn't so bad. Okay, other leg choice is your bottom leg down for stability. Again, use this if you're starting to fatigue and you're finding your chest coming down. 1 more time. Fantastic. Right, we're going back to our crunches. So drop your knees forward at 90 degrees. Take your arm out, relax your head down, fingertips at temples, eyes to the ceiling. 8 single crunches, up and down. So you want to really try and reduce the distance between your ribs and your hips with this move. 3, 2, and 1. Extend your legs. Remember the choice. Bottom foot down for stability, or both feet off, toes pointed, arm overhead. 8 side crunches. Let's go. Up and down. That's it. If you can, touch your elbow into the thigh. 2 more. Push the leg away as far as you can. Reach the arm as far as you can above the head. This time, hold up. Reach the hand to the foot. Take it back and down. Yeah. So as you extend, you want to lift your chest a tiny bit higher. That's the focus and the intention of this move. 3, 2, last time. Yeah, well done. All right, the challenging part, we're going to come into our hovers. Today, what I want you to do is put your knuckles together as you come into the hover. You want to try and avoid grabbing on like this. This will bring all the blood down there. We don't really want that. We want the best technique we can. So just knuckles together. Line your tummies, please. When you're ready, feet about hip distance. Use your forearms, lift up your chest so you're in a hover position. Back is straight and your eyes look about a foot ahead of you, ideally towards the edge of your mat. Belly is braced really tight. Choice if you want, push up onto your toes, full hover position. Pull the belly in, just hold here. So this is really one of the ultimate core exercises. It's not a huge amount of fun, but you could do hundreds and hundreds of crunches. Nothing like as effective of what 30 seconds to a minute of this training will do. If you have any lower back pain at any point, or you want to stay down on your knees, that's absolutely cool with me. Again, if you come to a little bit much today and you want a recovery, come into child's pose at any point. Should have really said that earlier, but never feel obliged to continue the exercise if it does become too much, and never feel guilty about taking that rest. Come back strong, and then you're ready to train harder. All right, you want to hold it a little bit more. Use the forearms here, really push down, open up through the chest. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come onto your knees. Walk your hands up to a plank position. Weight is forward here. We're all going to start on our knees. I'm going to come face the front a little bit just so you can see what exercise we're doing here. So, keeping your shoulders and your hips completely still, you're going to lift your right arm, tap your left shoulder, and then place it down. Left arm lifts and taps down. Now it's really slow. It'd be easy to do this, right? We don't want that. We want to put load on the body. So off we go. We lift up, we lift down, up and down. As soon as you lift the arm from the floor, you destabilize the core. It now goes from 4 contact points on the ground to just 3. If you find you can keep your body completely still and you're not twisting and you want the challenge, take the next one up on your toes. So you lift up and down. And straight away, you're going to really feel it with this one. Tap up, tap down. Okay, again, at any time, if you want your child's recovery, that's fine. If you want to stay down on your knees, that's fine too. 2. And if you're feeling like Superman or Superwoman today, you can always try lifting the opposite foot up. So as you lift the right arm, take your left foot up, place it down. Straight away though, when you do that, it becomes so hard that you might find, so you start wobbling and losing your balance. You know it's a little bit much. You want to stay back down on your toes or on your knees. 2 more times. 1 more time. Excellent. Holding it in your plank position, either toes or knees. We have a new move. We're going to take it out, forward, out, back, out, forward, back, in. So if you're on your knees, same thing, you just extend one leg at a time. Take the leg out to the side, bring it far forward as you can outside the elbow, tap it back in. Yep, just like this. So like Spider-Man this, you're climbing up the buildings. Kind of functional training. You may at some point need to do that. Or you could be rock climbing, which is more like it, right? Once we're allowed to travel again. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Come on down to your stomachs, please. Okay, now your hands directly under your shoulders. Again, I'm going to do slightly to side to begin with so you get to see what's going on. We're going to work our backs. So, chin is tucked in to protect the neck. You're going to lift your thighs and your legs up from the floor. So squeeze your glutes, point your toes, legs lift. Take your legs wide to 45 degrees. Bring them in together and down. Lift up, out, together, down. If you prefer, relax your head. Just rest it down. So you squeeze the glutes up, you extend, you bring it in and down. Some people like to call this a half star pose. Take your legs as wide as you can to the corners of the room. The wider you can go here, the greater the work for your outer glutes, your outer thighs. 1 more time. Super glue the feet to the floor, glue your thighs together. Take your hands to the side of you if they're not already there. Chin stays tucked in. You're going to lift the chest as you extend the arms forward, thumbs to the ceiling. Reach the arms wide to 90 degrees. Extend them forward, drop down. So just like we did with the legs, but now for the upper body. Lift up, extend, back and down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you do so, you might want to look slightly ahead of you, but definitely don't look up, because that's when you just put a little bit too much pressure on the back. 2 more times like this. Now you can either alternate upper body and lower body, or if you're feeling good today, we can try it all together. So everything up, everything wide, everything together, everything down. Up, wide, together, down. This is our full star pose. To be honest, it's a little bit like doing snow angels, but the wrong way around, right? With your head in the snow. Yeah, take it wide. Really good this, we're building our back strength, our posture. That's it. Can you lift the thighs a little bit higher? 2 more times. 1 more time. Awesome work. Come back please to your hover. So remember, your knuckles are touching either on your knees or your toes. Hold, hold, hold. Push your hips down if you find that they're lifting. A little tip, the reason I always say look in front of your mat, when you look underneath the body, you find your technique kind of goes a little bit. Your bum goes way too high and we don't want that. So just keep looking ahead as you do so. We've got a double knee drop. Drop your knees down and up, down and up. It's a very gentle tap down, okay? You want to wake up the neighbours if you want an upper level flat. If you're on your knees, just extend one leg at a time. Nicely does it. Okay, stay with this. 4, 3, 2, hover, hold. Hold it, hold it. That's good. Stay with this if you can. It's our last exercise today, so we're going to hold it for 15 more seconds. 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, well done. Celebratory stretch time. Take your knees wide. Feet are touching. Extend the arms as far as you can. Allow your head to drop down. Keep on breathing. Feels good, right? We did it. Okay, take your back arm, palm faces up. Thread it underneath the front. Just drop your ear down towards the ground. Allow the stretch to run through the arm and the shoulders. Reset, take the other arm, palm faces up, drop down, ear to the floor. And then again, if you can, push your arms really as far as they will go. Come into all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Arch your back, turn your head towards the thighs. And then scoot the head and the butt up to the ceiling, push the belly down. And then reset back, arch the back, turn your head towards the thighs. And one more time, head up to the ceiling. All right, coming on to front, just interlace the hands, look down, stretch into your upper back. And then take the hands into the small of the back, push the elbows as close as you can behind you. And then take the hands wide. That was your core training. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have been using the weights, just be careful with any more weight training today because your lower back is tired. But it's absolutely fine to go out for your daily exercise and we'll see you next week. Well done.